It has come to my attention that some of you guys don't like the nerd stuff. So today we're doing a good old-fashioned sit-down minimalism advice video. Yay! I just took a little trip down memory lane and looked at all the clothes that I ever ordered from a page called Zalando. It's a big German fashion retailer where you can just get any kind of brand, almost everything, you know? It's like the Amazon for clothes here. And that felt very weird because I was pretty much like, oh, I did not shop a lot. Less than most people probably. But still, I got rid of more than 50% of what I bought on this page. So why did I buy it? And that is when I thought, dude, you know what? I know the reason why I bought it. And I also know the reason why I didn't buy similar items again after that. And that might actually make for some good advice. So here it goes. First of all, there is this phenomenon that you buy the stuff that doesn't really serve the purpose it is supposed to serve. Let me give you a food example. And let me get rid of this stupid watch. So for instance, you want to eat a bag of chips. You really just want to have that fucking bag of chips. But instead you're being like, oh no, I need to eat healthy and I cannot eat this junk food right now. And then you are eating around it. So instead of just saying, okay, you know what, it's fine. I'm going to have just a little plate of chips to deal with that craving. And then maybe also have some other healthy stuff on the side and, variety. And then I'll end up eating semi-healthy at least. Instead of that, you're stuffing yourself with all sorts of unhealthy foods that are just not chips. They aren't serving the purpose of dealing with your craving, but at least they're not chips, right? So it's okay to eat them because those are not the forbidden fruits. And as a result, you end up overeating. And I believe this is just a human thing, that is just some fallacy we give into, as long as we don't buy this awful, useless vanity thing that we don't need, we're good. I'm just gonna buy 2 basic shirts and a pair of jeans and, not this ridiculous colorful blouse that I'm never gonna wear. But in the end, maybe it would have been better if you have bought this one pretty nice thing and just worn it once a year, but been happy, instead of buying all this other morally okay stuff that you also don't need. The best option would obviously be if you didn't buy any of that crap. But I still believe that you kind of should always choose the lesser evil. And in that case, the lesser evil is less expenses and less stuff in your house. By the way, do you want a video in which I show you all the shit that I bought over, a decade? Let me know if you want one. So that is one thing. And I believe how you deal with it would be a bunch of things that you can try. Put this stuff on a wish list if it's not critical time-wise because it's going to be sold out soon, which is never a good reason to buy something. But if it totally feels like something you want to have and you have been waiting to become a trend for a while and now it is and you really want to have it, and the prime example for this kind of stuff is always clothes, then just go for it, and maybe give it back. But give it back. Don't let it sit in your closet for 5 years and then decide to resell it for a fifth of the price. That's stupid. Just give it right back. You can do it. You can go to the post office. I know I can. Today's weather is so weird. It's always sunny, cloudy, sunny, cloudy, sunny, fuck off. Anyway, if you can put this piece of clothing on a list and wait for at least 2 weeks, that'll already give you a better overall result, as in the list of things you didn't buy in the end will grow compared to the list of stuff you ended up with and you will not wear and not enjoy. So yeah, that's my number one trick. I would totally do that. But most of all, just be aware of what you're doing, be mindful. When you're actually going through this process, stop yourself for a minute and be like, what am I doing here? Why am I on a shopping spree? I'm not even enjoying this. Why do I feel guilty? And then try what they do in the tech industry, what is called a root cause analysis. Get to the root cause of this feeling. Why are you feeling bad or a little too good about what you're doing? Because usually, you just don't want to think it out loud. Yeah, but let me just go through some of my purchases and why I didn't enjoy them in the end. The best example in my opinion is stuff that's too small. Like I always buy stuff that's too small because I'm still living in my 20s in my head, and I'm like, dude, I didn't have a kid, I didn't go up 1 or 2 sizes, no, this still fits me, and then my arrogance gets the best of me. Shit. Yeah, that's one reason. So just buy 2 sizes and then send the one back that you don't like, the one that doesn't look good on you. Oh, and this is also a good one. I found some stuff in this purchase history that was just like low quality, but at the time I just needed something like that for some occasion. And well, this sucks, and you know, this can certainly happen to anyone. If it becomes a pattern, you should be like, why am I doing this? This is dumb. I should not be doing that. It's a waste of money. Always. The key is always awareness. The key is always just being like more aware of what you're doing while you are doing it, and that just takes training. Like over time you will become more aware, and you will more often be able to stop yourself and be like, wait a minute, I really don't need this. I'm gonna postpone this at least until tomorrow. And when you are able to do that, you will be able to do that for like 2 weeks or more. And then after the 2 weeks you'll be like, I don't really need this anymore. I don't know what was going on with me that day. Maybe I was on my period or didn't have enough food in my stomach, or I just had a bad day, and that is why I wanted that shit. And now that feeling is gone, and you're like, good, I didn't buy it. So, but with the low quality items that you just needed for some temporary purpose, I think it's not as easy to avoid these as like the impulse buys that are just like a bad fit or don't match your style or something like that. But still, I believe that if you find yourself buying low quality, and especially if it is for financial reasons, you should always think about what you could afford in like 3 months from now. Just 3 months, I think that is like a good time frame for improvement. You could get a job in that time, or just find something to bring you some money to get a higher quality item. Because when I look at these clothes, and I got rid of all of these because they were low quality. And by low quality, I don't mean cheap. Cheap stuff can be good quality too, but most of the time it isn't. Like, it is less so than moderate price stuff. While I also think that overpriced stuff is exactly what the term implies. Overpriced, not worth it. Anyway, you will be unhappy with that purchase, and it will be wasted money because, you know, it starts pilling after washing it 2 times, or it shrinks, and you will not be able to enjoy that anymore. So it's the same as just taking your money and flushing it down the toilet. You wouldn't do that. So unless you really need that right now for something that you cannot avoid, like you need a cheap blouse for an interview, what I still think is a crappy choice, because everyone will see that as a cheap blouse. I would borrow some blouse from a friend or my mom or anyone. Just, I don't know. I think there's always a way around that. There's always some solution. Just, you know, you need to stop thinking like, I need to buy this immediately and for cheap. And if I don't buy it super cheap, then I will, I don't know. It's like, still, dude, I just think there's always a way around that. 99% of the time, you are just trapped in that emergency mindset that, you know, somebody creates urgency for you, and then it becomes an emergency and you're kind of panicking. And when you're panicking, you physically get dumber and make worse decisions. So again, it comes down to stopping yourself, starting to think, go into a relaxing environment and just sitting down and asking yourself, why do I want this right now? It doesn't matter what it is. If it's like a book about motivation and overcoming procrastination, or if it is some piece of furniture that you think will make your life easier. I don't know why I'm pointing at stuff. I do not plan to insert anything fancy or explanatory in that video. Just think of something from your own life. Anyway, to feed into urgency is never a good choice. So let's go back to the idea of the 3 months period. In 3 months, what could you buy from that money? Will it still be okay then? Is this urgency just not really as pressing as you think? You just panicked for some weird reason? The stuff that you could afford in 3 months, would it just be so much better in quality? Try to imagine it, how it would look on you. Maybe pick out a product, like the product you actually want. Again, don't eat around it. Order the real deal. Like, you want pizza, you get pizza, not spaghetti. Oh, and the final one. Oh yeah, rookie mistake. Single purpose shit. Whatever I bought that was too single purpose or just too narrow in its application, I got rid of it in under a year, usually. That's so wasteful. I feel so bad for doing that. But one example would be jackets that are either always too hot or too cold. In German we have this word, it's called Übergangsjacke. It means transition jacket. And you go from one season to another, like winter to summer. Oh, you can wear this jacket in spring and maybe also in autumn, right? Yeah. No, never happens. For some reason, these fucking Übergangsjacken, they are just a scam. And you end up never wearing them. So get a winter jacket, I don't know what you wear in summer where you live, but here we wear t-shirts. So fuck summer jackets, you don't need them, and be fine. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.